we studied about a cash book. Okay, so now today we will discuss about 3-column cash book. What does it mean? 3-column cash book means, what does it mean? It should have 3 columns. Okay, the previous session we discussed about cash book, just cash book. We had only 1 column, cash column. Now here 3 column means there will be 3 columns. So what are the columns you have to have? Discount column, cash column and bank column. Okay, so either side you have to have. This is the debit side, this is the credit side. Okay, so why do you need a cash column?
Because
On the debit side and the credit side you have cash column
yes,
to record what?
cash.
Cash transactions. Okay, then what about the bank column?
Taking money from the bank, putting money into the bank.
Yeah, to record all the bank transactions. Okay, to do a bank transactions, what you have to do? First and foremost, you need to open a bank account with the bank. Okay, you have to go and fill up a application form and you deposit money. So thereby you can open a bank account. Okay, so normally companies they open current account. There will be savings account also. So if you have savings account, you can't do transactions with customers and suppliers. You can't do. Okay. So here what you need is a current account. So when you open a current account, the bank will give what? They will issue a checkbook. So when you receive a checkbook, you can do transaction easily. It's very safe. Okay. So almost all the companies, they do transactions with customers and suppliers with checks. So therefore we have to have a bank account. Okay, so when you do transaction with the bank, you have to record the transactions in the bank column. Okay, so you know cash book and the bank column. Sorry, cash column and the bank column. What about the discount column? We have on both sides, we have discount allowed and discount received. What does it mean? What do you mean by discount? For example, when you deal with customers and when you deal with suppliers, okay, you need to do transactions. You need to, for example, if you purchase something on credit from a supplier, okay, so you need to pay for the purchases that you have made. Okay, in order to make payment, so if you make a payment through what do you call the checkbook, it will be recorded under bank column. For example, let's say now you have purchased for 100,000 worth of goods on credit, okay, from AB company. Okay, let's assume from AB company you purchase something on credit. So when you purchase something on credit, how you will record?
You will put it in the person you credit. Like
Yeah,
person
creditors account will
Yeah.
be credited.
Yes.
Okay, creditor, who is the creditor? AB.
AB.
So you will credit 100,000.
Yes.
Where you will debit? You will debit your purchasers account. Purchasers account will be debited 100,000. So this is a double entry. Okay. So now you have to settle him. How you will settle? Let's say you are going to issue a check. Okay. So when you issue a check, okay, you will credit the bank column.
Yes.
Okay. You have to credit and you have to debit.
Debit.
Okay. If you settle the full amount, what you will do? You will credit the bank column 100,000. Okay. You can put the date and the description AB 1st January 2018. Okay. You are settling 100,000. So credit bank account and debit the supplier's account. So thereby you are fully settling the amount. Okay. Now when you make the payment, sometimes suppliers may offer discounts because they need cash, no? In order to do that, what they will do is they will offer discounts to the customers. Okay, so they might say, okay, if you pay this 100,000 within, let's say, 15 days, we can offer you 10% discount. You understand? So 10% discount means of 100,000, if the supplier offers you 10% discount, how much is that? Which is 10,000.
Yeah.
So which means you have to pay only 90,000.
90,000.
Okay? 90,000 you need to pay.
Pay.
It's good for the company, no? Because instead of paying 100,000, you pay 90,000. You get the benefit. Let's say the company accepted the offer. So how much you should pay?
90.
90,000. Then actual cash outflow is how much from the company?
Right.
Actually you are paying only 90,000. So you pay 90,000 here. So cash credit, debit the creditor 90,000. Okay? So what is that 10,000? 10,000 is what? As far as the company is concerned, it's a benefit. Okay? Since it's a benefit, what you should do? You should record it. No?
Yeah.
In the discount column, it's discount received. Why we call it discount received? Because at the time of making the payment, okay, supplier is offering you, we are receiving from the supplier, okay, from the creditor. So we are receiving this 10,000. Okay, so therefore the total amount of the outstanding balance is 100,000, but we paid 90,000, okay, and we received 10,000 discount. You got it? Okay. Now this, when you balance this off, under balancing off we discussed this, no? How do you balance this off, this account?
Take the total
Take the highest total on both sides.
on both sides.
Okay, 100,000. So we paid 90,000 here. Okay, what is the difference?
10,000.
10,000. So this is the discount that we received.
Mm.
Okay, so where do you record this 10,000? Will it be carried forward here? No, this is not the balance.
Yeah.
We have settled.
Mm.
Okay, we settled this 100,000 by how? Bank, credit, debit the creditor 90,000. But there is a balance 10,000. What is that? As far as the company is concerned, it's like an income. You understand? It's like an income. It's a benefit to the company. So where do you record? Here there's a debit entry. There should be a credit entry as well, no?
Mm.
So credit entry will be, you have to open discount received account and you should credit this account.
Mm.
That's how you balance this. I hope this was not discussed earlier. Okay? So how do you complete? What is the purpose of having a discount received column? Okay? Discount received column means you have to have an account, discount received account. Okay? That account, what you can do is, after recording all the transaction, you can take the total and you can credit it here. You can credit here and you can debit various creditors, various suppliers. There can be more than one supplier, no? So sometimes almost all the suppliers might offer you discount. Okay? Then that total discount should tally with this column discount. Is that clear? Huh? Got it? Okay? So therefore, when you settle 100,000, they offered you 10% discount, which is 90,000 you have to pay. You credit the cash book, okay, bank column, and you debit the creditor's account. Okay? Then there is a balance. Okay? What is that? Discount received. So discount received column, you just record it, 10,000. Okay? Finally, after recording all the transaction, that balance can be credited to the discount received account because it's an income to the company. Okay? This is I am talking about at the time of making the payment to the supplier. What about when you receive cash from a customer? This is the opposite.
From a debtor.
Exactly. From a debtor. Okay, this is I discuss about supplier. Now what? How about a debtor? Let's say you sold. Okay, debtor means you are selling goods. Okay, thereby you will create a customer. Okay, so let's say XY is your customer. You sold 200,000 worth of goods. Sold. How you will record? What is the double entry when you sell items? When you sell goods? So this is XY company. Okay. Your debtor.
Yeah. Okay.
How much? 200,000, and you will credit your
Sales.
sales account. See the double entry, okay? This is how you record 200,000. Okay. Now to carry out business, to do business, okay, you need cash, immediate cash. Otherwise, it's very tough to run the business. Okay. If it is very tough to run business, okay, so the company can offer to this XY company a discount. Okay, so let's say the company offered to the customer 10% discount again, or let's say 5% discount. So how much is the discount? So 5% discount means on 200,000, which will be 10,000. Okay, 10,000. Then how much you should pay? How much you should receive as a company?
150.
90,000. 190,000. Okay. Instead of receiving cash 200,000, you will receive 190,000. Okay. From company point of view, rather than keeping the cash, okay, for 200,000 with the customer for 1 month, you can tell the customer, you pay me within 15 days. I need money. I can offer you a discount. Okay. So even the customer will be more than happy to get the the offer, because he has to pay only 190,000. From company point of view, you are receiving cash. You have cash. You understand? Otherwise, this cash is with the customer. You can't do anything. Okay, so by having goods, you can do anything? No. You need to sell and you need to encash it. You need to receive cash. You understand? So therefore, you are receiving cash 190,000. Okay, so when you receive cash, it's a debit entry. No, you are receiving 190,000. Let's say you received cash 190,000 for the time being. Okay. 190,000. I am just trying to explain you the discount part. That is a difficult part in this 3-column cash book. Okay. So 90,000 you received from whom? Just put the date, 2018, from XY company. No, 190,000 you received. So you debit the cash book and you credit XY company. And this 10,000 has to be recorded here, 10,000 as discount allowed. Why we call it discount allowed?
Because we gave.
We are allowing our customer to take the discount. That's why we say it's discount allowed. From company point of view, it's not a benefit. You understand? It's like an expense. It's a loss to the company. You understand? You will not receive 10,000 because you offered a discount to the customer. It's not a benefit. Whereas supplier, if he offers you, then it's a benefit to you. That's why I credited the discount received account as an income. You got it? Okay. Then here this 10,000 will be on the credit side when you balance off this account. Okay. So these things we discuss extensively. 200,000. Okay. So this 10,000 where you will record, because for this 200,000 we have debit, we have credit. This 190,000 we have credit, we have debit, cash book. But this 10,000
Discount allowed account.
Yeah. Always think that from double entry point of view. If you debit one account, there should be a credit entry. Okay, so this 10,000 is already there on the credit side.
It's
So therefore you need to have what? Discount allowed account. So it has to be what? If it is credit,
debit.
debit. You understand? So thereby you are completing your double entry. You understand? So there will be so many customers. So you may offer discounts to almost all the customers. Then you will have discount allowed column. Take the total and you debit that account. Okay? So this is an example I am talking about. Okay? So when you do a complete sum, you will understand. You understand? Okay? So let's move on to the question now.